Are you married to an addict or alcoholic? Or are you in a committed relationship with one? Me too. Join me, Anonymously Bex, on my journey of self-discovery. I will guide you through a myriad of topics designed to illuminate a path towards your own awakening. Addiction is a family disease. Everyone in its orbit is profoundly affected. Subscribe to our podcast to help me, Anonymously Bex, continue to provide tailored content to the unwitting lives of addicts and alcoholics. And now for this week's article. Welcome. Today's article is called Detaching and Adjusting Boundaries. Now that you know how my holiday season played out, it's time to talk about the ever-present topic for the community of people who love someone suffering from addiction. Detaching with love. When I document the choices my husband has made in recent weeks, months, and years, it's very easy to view it in terms of black and white, void of the gray area where emotions live. My husband was once a good man. I believe that, and I allow myself to view that version of him as a past tense version. He is categorically different than the man I married. The man I once knew was very firm in his sober boundaries and was steadfast in the knowledge that he was a very flawed individual. When we first met, that's exactly what he told me, that he was flawed, but that his goal was to be the best version of himself and live a sober life. That person was real, for a time at least. So in the wake of this rather spectacular relapse, I again find myself on a new journey of self-discovery. Here's how I'm choosing. Recall, you have a choice in how to react, how to view this, and how to move forward to navigate. Here's how I'm choosing to navigate. Rigorous self-study, svadhyaya. What are the thoughts, fears, and emotions that come up as I process this event and my new reality? I'll review some with you. Adjusting of boundaries. Recall, we define a boundary as a sphere of safety around your persons. That should encompass 4 critical aspects: emotional boundaries, communicative boundaries, psychological boundaries, and physical boundaries. And finally, keeping my world and my focus small. With that, let's dive in. Rigorous self-study, svadhyaya. Let's talk about the self-study that can be gained through this turbulent, painful, and traumatic experience. As I embark on the days and weeks of processing this event, I found myself in a storm of deep and often conflicting emotions. At first, I was numb. I was just moving through the tasks associated with navigating this event. I had to call the hospital, get the updates, and I had to disseminate those updates across his family network. With each new update, I was faced with the hard decision of, should I go to the hospital to see him? Really, the question became, what is the likelihood that his body would physically survive this event? If there was a good chance that he would not physically survive, then it became important that I go visit. The last thing that I want is for him to die, let alone to die alone in a strange place. Conversely, if it was likely that his body would physically survive this event, then it became important that I not go to the hospital to visit him. This is a logical consequence of the choices he made. To wake up in a hospital completely alone on the proverbial island that he himself created. That is an important experience that he needs to have. No matter how heartbreaking the thought of him waking up alone feels to me. Then came the anger. How dare you do this to me, to the kids? It's Christmas. You selfishly, completely ruined a Christmas for your children. How dare you? If I take a step back and look at each piece individually and apply some logic, are relapses somewhat expected? Yes. Has this exact pattern played out in our relationship time and time again? Yes. This pattern where I believe he's living in his disease, I address the issue head on. I am told a barrage of lies and manipulation that make me question myself and my own reality. I concede and say, maybe it's not what I think it is, only later to find evidence that suggests it is exactly what I thought it was. This exact pattern is a core component of our relationship. So why did it rock my world this time? Here's the only logic that I can apply to guide me through that question. It was devastating for a number of reasons. The hope. I had tremendous hope that everything would be okay. Our family would be reunited. The safeguards. I had architected the best safeguards I could fathom. I had insisted upon the best that existed. When I thought my husband was somehow becoming intoxicated or abusing some prescribed medication in November, my husband independently offered to double up on his drug tests to ensure I felt safe. He was supposed to be stepping down to only a saliva test every few days, but instead he opted to continue 2 methodologies for drug testing, saliva and urine analysis, in addition to the breathalyzer 3 times a day. The before. Before he went to treatment, I simply wrote off all the lies and manipulations, unsafe behaviors as he needed to go to treatment. He was intoxicated or living in his disease. Of course he was lying. Of course he was manipulating to protect his disease. Of course. It was like each of his behaviors was an object, a figurine on my table, and I took my arm and I swept them all away into the bin. I sealed that bin up and I threw it away. But now he's been to treatment. He's quote unquote committed to his sobriety and working to regain his family. There's no way I can comprehend or reconcile any of these behaviors. I have a new understanding of my reality. My husband's disease has landed him in the hospital for a mandatory detox, a non-fatal OD, twice in approximately 6 months. As a mom, that is not a picture of health and safety that I will allow around my children. Our family therapist suggested I create a playbook for navigating life with an addict in the family. Here's what she meant by that. If he does this, then you do this. Essentially, it's a roadmap of how to enforce different levels of boundaries based on the choices he makes. And putting a plan in place, or at least considering a plan, helps provide guidance when the emotional tides are turbulent. For example, previously, or dare I say before, the first play. My husband refused to get sober, so I changed the locks. If you're not stone cold sober, you do not live with us. The second play. My husband was living in a sober home, passing drug tests, completing all sober tasks. I agreed to attend marriage counseling, allowed him to have some access to the kids, and made space for family dinners once a week. The third play. My husband landed himself in the hospital with a non-fatal OD. I have to re-strategize my boundaries based on the knowledge that he was actively using and lying and manipulating me for a number of weeks. In order to thoughtfully adjust my boundaries, I need to consider the difficult question: what do the children need right now? What is best for the 3 of us? Honestly, my family therapist asked me that and I immediately knew. I needed 6 months of no contact with my husband. 6 months of calm, quiet, dependable living without chaos, without drama, without lies and manipulations. I need to sit in the silence. I need to feel the silence all around me until the silence and the stillness feel safe again. I need to rebuild my own confidence again. I need to stop questioning my own reality. I need to believe that I am capable of seeing the truth. The manipulations have been so damaging to my psyche. I need to undo all that's been done and rediscover my own sense of self. This time without him in my orbit, no distractions, just a simple, small life with my kids. That's it. That's what I need right now. The fourth play. So 6 months of no contact encompasses all aspects that we consider when creating thoughtful boundaries. Emotional boundaries, communicative, psychological, and physical boundaries. 6 months is also the approximate number of months, the approximate time between the last 2 non-fatal OD hospital stays. Maybe without the kids in his view, he can better focus on his own journey through addiction. Maybe that's not for me to concern myself with. My family therapist has been encouraging me that this 6 months is freedom. To live with my kids and the joy that they bring, to leave all this pain behind, to focus on my own healing and supporting my kids while they process why Daddy wasn't home for Christmas, why Daddy is in the hospital again. I can't control my husband. I can't stop him from lying to me or hurting me, or hurting himself, really. I can stop how I allow him in our world, though. Control the controllable. My world, my kids' world, my kids' reality is within my control. And I cannot, in good conscience, allow him in their orbit for an extended period of time. This decision was not conceived out of malice or wanting him to feel pain. Quite the opposite, really. I wrestled with the concept of inflicting any pain upon him, as any good codependent would, right? I don't want him to feel hurt, alone, or in distress. In reality, it is appropriate for him to feel all those things, and it is required of me, the mother, to protect my children from danger. And right now, he is not a safe person to be around young, impressionable minds. So now I ask, how about you? Are you married to or in a relationship with someone suffering from substance use disorder, alcohol use disorder, gambling, any other type of addiction? This is an impossible disease to navigate. You are never alone. There's always help. I share with you my inner thoughts, the conclusions that logic has guided me to, in hopes that it can save you from the pain of navigating this independently or completely blind. And with that, how are you navigating your own journey? Are you thoughtfully considering boundaries? Are you seeking help through support groups? Share your thoughts, and maybe together we can shine a light in this darkest of places. Until next time, anonymously Bex. Do you like this content? Do you find it helpful for navigating your own journey? If you do, please take time to subscribe to the Secret Spirits podcast. By subscribing to this channel, you can help me, Anonymously Bex, continue to provide tailored content to the unwitting wife of an addict or alcoholic. If you have comments, suggestions, or are open to sharing your own experience being bound to an addict or alcoholic, email me today, admin@secretspirits.com. Do you need one-on-one support in this time of need? Book a consultation with me, Anonymously Bex, or join our membership program where you can begin to build your own support system. Visit our website, secretspirits.com. Subscribe to our channels, Secret Spirits, to get more from Secret Spirits today.